It's time to get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Be a part of the show. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Welcome back. Thank you for waking up with Jeremy Grunin. It is 6:08. It is 57 degrees here at WOBM AM 1160 and 1310 News Talk Radio. We are streaming live at WOBMAM.com and, of course, on your Radio Pup app. 732-505-1160 if you want to join the conversation. We are now joined in studio. Chef Mike Jurusz, Atlantic Bar and Grill. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Jeremy. How are you?
If I was any better, there'd be two of me, Chef.
I hear that, brother.
I am, first of all, this, I just want to warn everybody on the other end, if you're listening right now, it's rare that you're going to get this much energy at 6:08 in the morning between your host and your guest. So you may want to turn your radio down one click, right? Or maybe you want to turn your radio up a couple clicks. That's up to you. See how you're feeling. But I guarantee you the next 45 minutes or so, this will be fun. So, Chef, talk to me. Tell everyone a little bit about yourself, how you started the business, why you're here. It's all you.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. Been doing it 31 years in the business. Started off when I was a little kid, and I had a fantastic opportunity to go to the Brick Vocational School. I'm a Bricktown native. I'm a Dragon. So learned a lot there. Went on to Johnson & Wales University. Moved out of my house when I was 17. Moved to Rhode Island. And just traveled after that and, graduated both vocational school and Johnson & Wales 4.0 and got the opportunity. I just picked up. I had nothing. I mean, zero. Picked up and traveled all over the United States. Went to East Coast, West Coast, up and down. Lived in 13 different states and learned my craft. This is what I wanted to be. I knew what I wanted to be. And I wanted to hone my craft, and I did not do it for the money. Trust me, I talk about being poor. Ramen noodles was like a gourmet meal for me, so I lived off a quarter a week. But yeah, I didn't care about that. I cared about honing my craft, learning about the business, and working for the best chefs. And when you work in these high-end restaurants, you just talked earlier about $15 an hour wage. That's unheard of in like a super high-end restaurant that has like a celebrity chef or somebody, Sometimes you have to pay them to work there or work for free, And yeah, it's against the law and all this other stuff, but their deal is, hey man, you want this name on your resume, you have to do something, And most of them won't even let you put their name on the resume unless you work there 6 months or a year, because that door will open up a million doors for you having that name on your resume. But I was very fortunate. Worked for a lot of celebrity chefs. Like I said, here I'll pay you $3 an hour, and you're like, okay. And they're like, if you don't like that, there's 80 people behind you that will do it for nothing.
Right.
And you don't see that today. It's and these people are. And I get the economy. It's very hard to live. It's different. This was in the 80s, so it was very hard. Different economy, different times, but. The entitlement world that we live in, I deserve this amount of money. Well, you kind of get what you're worth what you pay. You're paid what you're worth in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you're worth $3, then that's what you should get paid. $3. Sorry, get a better skill set. Go to vocational school. There's training everywhere, and learn that. And it's not being negative against people that can't make a living, but if you don't have no skill set, why should I pay you $15 an hour? I think that's unfair to the person that does have that skill set that deserves the $15. But that was, me. I traveled everywhere, and then I came back to Jersey and started my career as a sous chef and a chef and working my way up through the ranks, And that's only 2 kids graduate culinary school today because it's cool to be a chef today. Back when I was in, there was no open kitchens. Everybody was behind the scenes. No one even knew the chef or whatever. But now, like, all the chefs are in front. There's open kitchens, and everybody's on TV and rock stars and the Food Network completely destroyed my industry, destroyed it. And because every kid sees, Bobby Flay or Guy Fieri driving around in a cool car and thinking that's what the industry is, thinking that's what the business is. I can make $1 million. I drive in a cool car and travel everywhere. And it's so not that. It's grunt work. You're on your hands and knees scrubbing out boxes. You know, you're chopping vegetables for 8 hours. I mean, they don't get that part. They think it's glamorous. And when I bring these new kids in from culinary school, they think it's, oh, I don't clean. What do you mean you don't clean? Get on your hands and knees and scrub up that box. You got 10 years. Everybody wants to be the rock star before they're the roadie. You know what I'm saying? They never learned how to carry the equipment or set it up. They just want to automatically be the rock star. I'm the rock star now. 31 years later, I can be the rock star. I can tell people, hey, man, clean my stuff. So that's the problem today, and the Food Network is not helping us. It's hurting us. And I've always stressed that because these kids, they see this. And enrollment in all culinary schools is up. Culinary schools are popping up left and right. I mean, you could probably find 3 locally, and New Jersey's probably got a bunch. Some are accredited, some are not. But it's just like the cool, fashionable thing to do, even though people forget it's really hard work. It's a lot on your body. It's a physical job. It's 75, 100 hours a week if you want to be good. The dedication you have to put to it to be successful is unbelievable. You lose your family, you lose your life, you miss birthdays, you miss weddings, you miss everything because your dedication to the business is over the top, and kids today don't have that dedication.
So there you go. So if you're interested in learning more about culinary school, you can visit ocvts.com. That's the Ocean County Vocational Technical Schools. You too can you can learn how to be a chef. Work 7,500 hours a week, get on your knees and scrub and cut vegetables 8 hours a day.
Well, you're not a chef yet. You're a cook. You learn to be a cook because that's the big difference. These kids get out of culinary school, they think they're a chef. It takes 10, 15 years to become a chef. Like, you have to start off as a sous chef, a cook's apprentice. You work your way up. Just like any other job, you got to go through the levels. And these kids come out and they want to be the head chef, and they want to make $100,000 a year. It's like, good luck. You're going to make $10,000 a year, and you're going to scrub my shoes all day.
Right. It's funny you say that, by the way, because so my background again is in retail, and so when I was in retail, and you work 100 hours a week in retail because you work just like you do.
Right.
When everybody else is off, that's when you work. Right. You get off.
Yes.
You get off when everybody else is working. Right.
Absolutely.
So you get to learn how to really enjoy shopping at 1 o'clock in the afternoon at the mall, right? Because that's what you.
Well,
can
our
be
favorite
there.
times to go out to dinner are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we go out and spend holidays the day after. Like saying having a girlfriend going out. We go out after Valentine's. It's like, okay, we'll go out or the week before. And say, hey man, I'm working Valentine's, my busiest day. I can't. But yeah, and it's tough to translate the kids to that because I work on the ocean. My restaurant's on the beach, and in the summer, people are on the shore. They're going to the beach, they're hanging out, and you're in a hot kitchen cutting vegetables and prepping fish, while people are out enjoying the beach, and you have to walk past that and see that, and they're just like, oh man, I wish I was on the beach. And you're like, get downstairs and cut vegetables. Shut up. But I'm going to go lay on the beach, like that. But I worked my way up. I paid my dues to get to this level in life. And, it was a hard. It was very rewarding for me. I'll never take anything back, but it was a hard life,
Right.
I have a 17-year-old son. I didn't get to see him much. And now I'm just starting to get reacquainted with him and see him more. And, I got divorced over it. It's a very, and, all the addiction problems, the alcohol, drugs, sex addiction. I mean, it's all part of our industry because we need a vice to come.
Right.
It's exactly the rock star lifestyle, and I'm telling you, and I'll equate it because I've been playing music since I was a kid, but it's the same lifestyle,
right?
So you write a menu, you give it to your audience. It's like writing a record, you give it to your audience.
Right.
Same deal.
So Chef Mike, I told you we were going to lack energy this segment. I apologize for this. We're going to try in our next segment to have a little more, to give you a little more juice from over here. When we come back, we want to talk to Chef Mike about how he ended up at the Jersey Shore because you travel the world, and then you end back in Seaside. So we're going to talk about that in 1 minute.
Rush Limbaugh today at noon. More Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin coming up next. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310.
Welcome back. 620, 57 degrees. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310 News Talk Radio. Streaming live on the Radio Pup app and at WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160 if you want to join the conversation. We are with Chef Mike, Atlantic Bar and Grill. And, okay, hold on. I'm about to get ready because we're going to round 2. You ready, Zach?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. So, Chef, you traveled the world, all over the place, like honing your skills, getting it done, becoming the rock star. at least in your own mind to begin, right? And then you said, you know what?
It's pretty validated. I am a rock star.
I know that. No, I'm just now you are.
But
then you said, I am coming back to the Jersey Shore.
Yes.
And that's where I'm going to make it happen. How'd you get to that?
Well, all my family and friends are here. Like I said, I'm a Bricktown boy. I grew up here. So it was just a natural progression to come back. And I kind of wanted to show everybody what I learned, And I came back in the early 90s and opened my first restaurant on the Jersey Shore was Marlin's in Point Pleasant Beach. I opened it in 1997. And designed it, built it from scratch, and did the whole 9 yards. And we were very successful. I opened the door, and we were just, 800 dinners a night. We were packed. And it just gave me that fire, to stay on the Jersey Shore. I love it here. I love the people. Growing up here, like I said, I lived off Manilokan Road and Brick, so driving to the beach with my bike. And it was just, I grew up on the water, I love boating. I'm very into performance boating. I used to race boats. I'm into this whole scene over here. So there was no culinary explosion in the 90s. It was still kind of everybody's doing the same thing. It was Clamps Casino, Mussels Marinara, broiled seafood combo, which you still see on a lot of the menus today that haven't changed. But I wanted to break out of that mold. I wanted to show some West Coast flair. I was one of the original chefs to bring Chilean sea bass to the Jersey Shore back in 95. We started, it was $3 a pound back then, and we were selling it for $18. Now it's $18 a pound, and we're selling it for $40. But it's bringing some new flavor to the Jersey Shore, bringing some new stuff, bringing some new ideas, bringing chipotle peppers in, and when I lived out in Arizona, all the Mexican peppers and stuff, and people weren't doing that here yet. And it got exciting, and I built this huge following, and people still today come to the restaurant that have been following me since Marlin's days. And it's good, I call them my groupies, going back to the Rockstar thing. Now you have your groupies. We call them foodies. So now they come out and they follow me everywhere I go. And if I open up a new project or do different things. But, I was in a bunch of successful restaurants. I went to Atlantic Bar and Grill in 2000 and was just the executive chef there and turned it around. It was like a seafood shack type. And I looked at the view, and I used to work at the Bluffs in Bayhead in 1990. Again, a 4-star restaurant, high-end on the beach. And I looked at the view there, and I said, oh, my God, this could be another Bluffs, because the Bluffs got destroyed, And I said, oh, my God, this is the perfect place to restart the Bluffs again and redo higher-end food. And we did it slow. I was very smart. I'm a super smart business person. I know not to pull the trigger too early because I would have scared everybody away. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing dollar drafts and $5 sandwiches, you can't come out and do filet mignon for $25 and martinis. So we took baby steps. We started taking stuff off the menu, replacing them. We started getting rid of the Budweiser, replacing with craft beers. We started doing, taking out the $2 bottle of wine into a $50 bottle of wine. And it was a slow progression, and we lost all of those customers and gained a whole set new. And then whoever's in town, celebrities, rock stars, governor would eat there every week. Everybody started coming out, and the snowball effect. It just started rolling and rolling and rolling. 4 people would tell 8, 8 will tell 12, and it started, snowballing. Every year we came back bigger and better. Every year I had goals. I'm going to do X amount of business. I'm going to do more and more and more. And then this is all pre-Sandy stuff. It was phenomenal. We get $100 a head. It was, everything was rolling. We were busy year round, and Sandy hit and kind of destroyed the whole. I left in 2000 to open up a restaurant called 709 in Point Pleasant Beach. I just wanted to do something different. I wanted to do more casual food and a fun atmosphere. So I set up like a Vegas type restaurant. Again, designed the whole thing, $4 million restaurant, built it, designed it, did the whole 9 yards, had a great builder in there, owner, Carl Amata is phenomenal. And we just, but I really wanted to go back to my roots at Atlantic Bar and Grill. I really wanted to do the fine dining again, so I went back there and I bought it in 2012, right after Sandy. And nothing happened to it, knock on wood, believe it or not. The place was built by an old Italian mason in the 50s. So it's got about 19 inches of solid concrete. I mean, a bomb could go off and that place will still be there because we weathered many storms and nothing's ever happened to it. It's my home. The people were my home. The staff was my home. And to come back and have all the locals and all the people welcome me back with open arms. And it felt like I never left. Business was right back to normal. Everything went right back. It's just that it wasn't $100 a head anymore.
Right.
All of my customers in Manilokan Bayhead, all the higher-end people from the Bluffs in the back in the day, and a lot of you people out there remember the Bluffs, your age group. So it was fantastic coming back. It was such a good feeling.
That's awesome. So Listen, and if you haven't been there, if you haven't been to Atlantic Bar and Grill in Seaside Park, it is outstanding. Let me just tell you, I'm going to give you a hint. If you're going to just like drop in on a weekend, yeah, so maybe you'll get to the bar. There's a possibility. Okay. When we get back with Chef Mike, we're going to talk about how he continues to stay ahead of the competition. We want to talk about how he gives back to the community because he is one of the most philanthropic guys you're ever going to meet. So much to talk about, so little time. Back in a few minutes, Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin.
The news never stops at WOBMAM.com. Get the latest from WOBM News, the Town Square, New Jersey News Network, and Fox News Radio. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Live from Town Square Towers at the heart of the Jersey Shore. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. Get up, get out, do something. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. 634, 57 degrees. WOBM AM 1160, 1310. News Talk Radio, streaming live on WOBMAM.com and on your Radio Pup app. 732-505-1160. We are with Chef Mike, Atlantic Bar and Grill. He has been here since 6. I am. It's been a wild ride so far. We are ready for round 3. Chef Mike, you've been talking a lot about, how you built the business, where you came from, how you ended up back here. My question for you is, how do you stay? Like, what do you do to stay ahead? What do you do to keep fresh, to keep customers engaged?
All right, round 3. Ding, ding. Bring me Tyson. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. You know what it is? It's all about doing your research, staying with the trends. We go out and we go to different places. We'll go to Miami. We'll go to New York. We'll travel a little bit and see who's doing what where. Not only food but beverages, who's doing cool drinks and stuff like that. But 10 years ago there wasn't much competition. We were kind of the only game in town. Now a new restaurant pops up. Seems like every other week. Some of them make it, some of them don't. But like with the influx of Asbury and Long Branch, Asbury, 5 new restaurants open up every month and 5 go out. But people are trying new things, and everybody's trying to be cutting edge, and kind of old is new. And what that means is that everybody's going retro with a lot of stuff. All the old beers, Schlitz, PBR, all that stuff is really popular now. Canned beers, it's kind of all the new rage. But staying current with food and trends is always been our thing. People come to us for that unique piece. And we have to stay ahead of the curve with other restaurants, what they're doing, because it seems like every other week a new place is opening up. Do they make it? I think the real success in this industry is longevity. And I always tell people that. I said true success is how busy your place is and how long you've been there, and not you're a quick, I can make something really cool and I'm a flash in the pan, Yeah, you're going to be out in 6 months because that trend's going to be gone, And right. Unfortunately, to a lot of the chefs, and there's some great chefs in the area. A lot of them are really good friends of mine, but there's some egomaniac guys that their heads are bigger than themselves, and they have to do stuff for them. How cool, because again, the Food Network, how cool I can make this plate, or these shows on TV, and I'm a Top Chef contestant. I was on Chopped, I was on this, and they have like their resume of all these places they've been. Meanwhile, they can't cook themselves out of a paper bag. They're terrible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my son could beat them up. And it's like, come on, stop. Stop trying to be that egomaniac, I'm on TV, look what I can do, and cook for the people. Cook what the people want. Bring, concentrate on flavors. No one knows how to do sauce work anymore. No one knows how to do good technique anymore. Presentation's huge. We're a big presentation house. We're always into new techniques and everything, but you can't even find parsley on a plate anymore. A garnish, nothing. It's terrible out there, but these ego guys, they really they bother me, because I was once that guy. I was once, oh my God, I got to be cutting edge. I got to do this. You could be cutting edge, but cook for the people. Because as an owner now, I work for the register. I don't work for me. You come in my restaurant, whatever you want. If we have it, we're going to make it for you. We're going to take care of you. We're going to make sure, because it goes back to hospitality. And that's the trend that, and we concentrate on that restaurant. It's all about hospitality. And we have a big sign. I said, what makes a good restaurant a great restaurant? And the answer is attention to detail.
Right.
It's all about detail. And, even the minute you walk in the door, hi, how are you? Good to see you again. Welcome back. Till every staff member is trained to say when you leave, they have to say goodbye to you.
Right.
Everybody, if you had them or not, I said you say goodbye to everybody. So if 15 people are saying goodbye to you when you leave, you're like, wow, because that's the last impression.
Yeah.
It's not the food. It's the last impression when you walk out that door. Is someone saying, thank you very much. Have a great night. Enjoy your evening. We'll see you back soon. People are like, okay, that's pretty cool. I kind of like that. Where, and that goes back to hospitality.
Right.
It's the basic thing. That's what we're in. That's the industry we're in.
It's a lost art, though, isn't it?
My God, it's so lost.
We talk a lot about this. I'm on the county Business and Tourism Advisory Board, and we talk every month about the lost art of hospitality. For folks that are in tourism, for folks that are in food service, it's the simple stuff that brings people back.
Unbelievable. And nobody gets it.
No, but
does it hurt to have a smile on your face? Does it hurt? You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell people. I said, listen, we're all actors and actresses in this business. You could have the worst day, whatever. When you come in, you put a smile on your face. I don't care what happened to you. I don't care if your car blew up. I don't care whatever happened in your life at home. When you walk in my door, that all ends. You have to pretend, be the best actor in the world. Put a smile on your face and take care of these people.
Right.
Because if you're miserable and you come in to work and miserable, everything's going to be miserable and the people are going to be miserable. And are there people that come in miserable? It's not Disneyland. It's sometimes there's not a happy world. Some people have a rough time. They just want to come out and they want to have a drink. They want to be ignored. Fine. You know what I'm saying? We'll deal with that. But most of the time, people just want to escape their lives when they go out to dinner. And we're the entertainers. We're the dream makers.
Right.
We make all your dreams come true. Thanks, Willy Wonka.
It's this. Are you creepy? Are you creepy Gene Wilder Willy Wonka, or are you Johnny Depp Willy Wonka? Just out of curiosity.
I think I could be both, but I think probably more creepy Gene Wilder because he had his fun side too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
But
that's a whole separate
I could
show.
definitely go that way. Yeah, I could definitely be the boat scene. That could definitely be me. Is there anybody?
No. Let's okay. So listen. I got It's funny that we're talking about hospitality. So in the same way, I don't know about you, but I get so angry when I see folks at the Jersey Shore with those bumper stickers or with those posts on their Facebook that say, "Benny's go home. We don't want the North Jersey and New York folks here." This is like, do they not get that this is what drives the economy at the Jersey Shore? Like, we should be welcoming those folks with open arms because they pay all of our bills, right?
Well, it kind of changed, I think, after Sandy. I think pre-Sandy, everybody was like that. I think afterwards now we're like, yeah, please come down.
We're begging.
Please.
Right.
I can't wait to see you again. You know what I'm saying? And we have a lot of good summer trade. We have a lot of good people that come back every year, knock on wood, thank God. And we remember them. We remember what they like and the families that come down. We know their kids. I've seen families, their kids grow when they were little kids up to adults. I mean, I watched them grow, and they came to me and I was part of their lives, And listen, all reality, I'm just a chef to make, that cooks food. But if I can make somebody's life better or leave a smile on your face or leave you with a full belly, I did my job, and that's what my job is. My job is to make you happy when you leave with a full belly and feel good,
Right.
and if I could be nice about it and I could, and a lot of people I met over the years, I became friends with outside of the restaurant. We go out to dinner and we, I'll go up in North Jersey and see them in the off season and, you build these relationships,
Right.
and it's cool.
Well, so perfect segue because you were talking about, just giving back and just making people happy. And so when we come back from the break, I want to talk to you because you are one of the most philanthropic guys around. For all like the rock star, I am like a total personality, like, tough guy, rock and roll thing. At the end of the day, it's the heart that is really the difference over at Chef Mike's Atlantic Bar and Grill. So we're going to talk about that in 1 minute.
Everything you need to know about the Jersey Shore. This is Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310.
647, 57 degrees, heading all the way up to 58 today. So hold on for that huge increase in temperature. WOBM AM 1160, 1310, News Talk Radio. Streaming live at WOBMAM.com and on the Radio Pup app. We are here with Chef Mike, Atlantic Bar and Grill. And as we went to break, listen, I have personally been to, I think, at least 3 different fundraisers at the Atlantic Bar and Grill, and you are incredibly generous to the organizations you support. Talk to us about why you give back like that, and kind of how you determine where you're going to give.
Well, I got to tell you, and the simple philosophy is I'll never be a millionaire because I'll give it all away. And I was raised right by my parents. I mean, they just taught me, if you have to always give back and help, and I believe in good karma. I really do. I'm a big karma guy. So about 10 years ago, I just I started to use my power, my name to help others, and it became a lifestyle now. Now it's I get 30, 40 requests a year to do multiple stuff. I can't do all of them. I only try to stick to the ones that mean closest to my heart. Obviously, hunger in New Jersey is huge, so I'm on the board of People's Pantry in Toms River, which is opening up the Beat Center soon, and Bon Jovi Soul Kitchen and the Food Bank of Monmouth in Ocean County. Do a lot of fundraising for them. Of course, Ashley Lauren Foundation, Kids with Pediatric Cancer. Anything to do with kids, I'm really involved with. FPIES, food allergies, I do a lot with to help children out that really need it is very big, because adults can mostly help themselves, but kids, they can't help themselves yet, and they need that push. They need that voice to help them. So I do probably 12 to 15 solid fundraisers and raise close to $400,000 a year, multiple different charities. And it's got to make sense to me. It's got to, like I said, I request all the time. And if I can't physically do one, we always do something. We give a gift card or we do something. But the local ones, I've been doing that people know me for. I go to them every year. People like seeing me at the shows. We always bring the show when we go. We have the best food. We give a great presentation. We have fun doing it. You know what I'm saying? But we're also giving out gift cards, and lately I've been giving away dinners, like for 4, auction them off. We get $600 to $1,000, and some big dinners we get. I did a dinner 2 years ago for $12,000 for 10 people, and we raised they auctioned me off for $12,000. So, I'm honored, like that blows me out of the water that people were fighting for me to come to their house and cook them an 8-course meal for their friends. But 100% goes to charity. And another thing I'm huge in is the veterans. I'm a big supporter of our military and our veterans. We do one every year called Pause for Vets. We raise money for service dogs for veterans, which we'll be doing again this June. We do it actually on our beach. Which is awesome. And another thing I do in the summer is called Shore Dreams for Kids, which is autistic kids and special needs kids. I talked about performance boating. We take these children out on performance boat rides in the bay. Right. And to take a child out in a wheelchair, we load them into a high-performance cigarette and do 110 miles an hour in the ocean. I mean, in the bay. And a child that could never get out of a chair or understand things, to see the smile on their face doing 110 miles an hour on the ocean. First of all, to do 110 on the bay is fast for most people. For me, it's not. I'm used to doing 160. But the smile and the joy on these children that don't get to live a life outside of their world and outside of their box is truly amazing. It's truly amazing. It's called Shore Dreams for Kids. It happens every July. It's in Seaside, run by a great foundation, and they raise a lot of money to help these kids and give them a day on the water. They do a big festival for them. I cook. I have a boat. We take kids out for boat rides. It's phenomenal. So that's a huge part of my life also. And like I said, helping the veterans. I'm there for our guys. I'm a big World War II historian. I love our military, and I love our police and EMS, and anything I could do to those guys. They're our lifeline, and we're constantly doing stuff at the restaurant for like the Seaside fire when the fire broke out in the Heights. We were obviously closed because no one could get on the island. They shut everything down. Well, we had a full restaurant full of food and everything. I had a full staff there. So we packaged everything up and gave it to the police and fire department. We fed people. So these are our workers, our first responders.
That's awesome. So listen, it is clear. Look, aside from the fact, let's just take the fact that you have, in my opinion, one of the best restaurants at the Jersey Shore, and let's just put that aside for a second. You are obviously a larger than life personality. You are you're definitely someone that every day gets up, gets out, and does something, which is the mantra of our show. You give back to the community in a big way. It is hard to find someone to have something negative to say about you, and I've tried. I've dug. I've worked real hard at it.
There might be a couple of jaded
it.
employees.
Yeah. But all of that being said, I think, thank you so much for your time today. What I want to ask you for the last, because we have about 3 minutes left, where could folks learn more about the Atlantic Bar and Grill? Where can they go kind of peruse the menu, get a feel for it, get a flavor for it, get their whet their appetites as they think about the next time they're coming out?
Well, you can check us out in two places. One, our website, chefmikesabg.com. ABG standing for Atlantic Bar and Grill. We just shortened it right there. Or our Facebook page is very informative at Chef Mike's ABG. You can call the restaurant 732-854-1588. We're located at 24th and Central Ave, South Seaside Park. All the way down at the entrance of Island Beach State Park, where only the few restaurants left on the ocean.
Yes.
We're actually on the dunes. Very, very few left. They got either destroyed or sold out for real estate. So check us out. We got $1 million view. We have a tiki bar in the summer. You're allowed to drink and eat on the beach. It's private. We serve you right on the beach. It's sexy. And that's what we do, because you know what? We bring sexy food back.
Unbelievable. Chef Mike, I feel like I shouldn't even say anything after that, because, after we're talking about sexy food at 6:54 in the morning, I really don't know where else there is to go from that. I just want to give you, because we have a minute left, I just want to give you a quick update. We have Ginny Haynes, our newest freeholder, joining us after the 7 o'clock news break. She is also going to talk to us about a lot of issues that we're dealing with in the county. She's been put in charge of the Board of Social Services. She is really kind of leading the charge on the fight against poverty here at the Jersey Shore. So she'll be joining us then. We have Chris Vaz tomorrow. He is the borough administrator for Seaside Heights. He'll be joining us in the 7 o'clock hour tomorrow. So we're keeping it over the bridge, as it were. Getting close to Chef Mike's territory there. So a lot of stuff coming up. Wow, I'm exhausted. I'm going to have to go and grab my oxygen mask. We will see you after the break. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, back after this.
The news is next. Live from the WOBM Newsroom, the Town Square, New Jersey News Network, and Fox News Radio. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310.